When all that stuff that I was talking to you about, all the I, all the self, all that kind of stuff, when that happened, people were experimenting and saying, could we have a society without the we? Can we base one on the I? And of course you can base one on the I. There are two institutions that are based on the I, and that is the state and the market, right? What is striking about them both is that the state and the market are arenas of competition. The state is about the competition for power. The market is about the competition for wealth. They're competitive arenas, which is fine, or it would be fine were it not for the fact that we have to do something else, which is to learn how to cooperate. We need a strong sense of we as well as I. And I want you to see how different the logic of morality is from the logic of the state and the market. Imagine that you have $1,000 and you decide one benign day to share it with 9 other people. How much do you have left? $100, 1/10 of what you began with. Imagine you have total power, like the synagogue president who used to say, all those in favor say aye, all those against say I resign. And you decide to share that with 9 others. How much power do you have left? 1/10 of what you began with. Now I want you to imagine that you have a certain amount of knowledge or friendship or influence or love, and you decide to share that with 9 others. How much do you have left? Probably more. Probably more. Because material goods like wealth and power work by division. Social goods like love and friendship work by multiplication. The reason is that with material goods, the more you share, the less you have. But with social goods, the more you share, the more you have. That is why social goods are the arena of cooperation and why we need that arena of cooperation. And that is why when we had a strong sense of we were able to create, beginning with Milton and Locke in the 17th century and then Jefferson in the 18th century, free societies. I'll tell you why. Because people felt bound to one another by a moral code. They felt bound to respect the common good, not just my self-interest. People used words like duty, obligation, righteousness, honesty, integrity, courage, fortitude, fidelity. People knew that there are certain things you don't do. Even if you want to do them, you can afford to do them, and the law allows you to do them, but you still don't do them because it's not right. That is what allowed the modern state to emerge. Edmund Burke, for instance, said something very powerful about the state. He said that the less control there is in here, the more control there has to be out there.